We are back on the record at 1:19.
I'm going to make an objection to the question based on its relationship to the footage.
And again, I'm not asking what anyone said in the footage. I'm just asking you what archaeologists indicated you they had evidence of any connection between extraterrestrials and the Mayans. And based on your instruction from counsel, you're going to refuse to answer the question, correct?
I can mention a guy from 8 years ago, if you...
Well, you can tell them what you want to, truthfully.
Okay, Professor Sarkawi, who's the lead archaeologist of the entire Egypt project.
Egypt?
Egypt, yes. The entire Egypt project, archaeological compound, isn't... The guy in charge is Professor Sarkawi. I don't know how to spell his name, but Sarkawi. So,
and where is he located?
Is in Egypt. He's a world-renowned archaeologist, and he's the lead archaeologist. He has his own TV show on A&E, or one of those shows. He's the first guy to openly had a conversation with me here in Los Angeles about a lot of stuff.
Well, I don't want to hear a lot of stuff. Did he tell you that
yes, sir.
He has evidence of extraterrestrials contact with the Mayans? Yeah. And who else? Is there another archaeologist besides him?
Yes, Jaime Castellanos in Guatemala.
In Guatemala. And what, is he with the university or some?
He works for the government. For the El Mirador project. Yes. El Mirador is in charge. Richard Hansen, the American archaeologist, is in charge of El Mirador. It occupies about 200.
Richard Hansen didn't give you.
No. Richard Hansen is on Jews come from from Mayans. His belief is that the Mayans come from the Jews. So, no.
So if they come from the Jews, they couldn't.
Well, that was one of the reasons. He says, I want to work on your film so that I can tell people, the world, that the Mayans come from the Jews. They're Hebrews. I said, you're really twisted. That I don't think is going to go anywhere. Thank you for your suggestion, but no.
Are there any other archaeologists?
No, there are many archaeologists, but it's already related to the project, and I'm not going to discuss anymore. So
you're not going to tell me any of them that were involved in the project that have told you that
I already answered the question, sir. You asked me.
No, you told me some archaeologists, but you will not tell me any archaeologists who were involved in the documentary who can supply evidence of the connection between extraterrestrials and Mayans, correct?
I'm objecting. Your question refers to the documentary, and related to the documentary, and this is related to the footage in the documentary.
It's not the footage. It's not the footage. I'm not asking about the footage. I'm asking if there are any archaeologists who worked on the documentary who told you.
You see who worked on the documentary? I'm not going to discuss it anymore.
The objection is if there are archaeologists associated with the footage, he's not going to discuss them or the footage.
Okay.
Or the
just mark it. It's good enough. I don't care. I'll get it from the arbitrator. Is the Mexican government suing you, sir?
No.
Okay. Is the Guatemalan government suing you?
No.
Were you ever a casting director?
No.
Did you ever work for a casting director?
No.
Who's Erica Pamela?
Erica Pamela? Mm-hmm. I don't have any recollection of Erica Pamela.
Who's SF Citizen?
FFS?
SF Citizen.
I don't know what that is.
Okay. Do you know Stephen Hawking's?
I met him here in LA, yes.
When?
Oof, I was like more than a year ago. He came to Pasadena.
You can answer the question.
Yes, well, yes, that was like a year ago at the Pasadena Center.
Did you ever indicate that Stephen Hawking's, was Stephen Hawking's in any way involved with your documentary?
No.
Did you ever indicate in the media or at any other time that Stephen Hawking was involved with your documentary?
I said he was interested.
How do you know he was interested?
Because I spoke to him here in L.A., and I spoke to his assistants and his daughter.
And
His
when-
assistant was a young man from Cambridge. I don't remember his name. I told him that I had a project that I've been working on.
and he said he was interested.
They said, why don't you, I said, I want to meet the maestro. Maestro means, you know, the master, or, you know, I said, I'd like to meet the maestro, you know, the maestro, so I can tell him briefly. He says, well, he can't talk very much because he's talking to
All right, you've answered
That
the
was it.
question.
Yes.
Do you realize that there was a letter written by Stephen Hawking's office saying that they'd never heard of you?
There was no letter.
Objection, that calls for speculation.
No.
Written to Alan Brain,
No.
saying that they'd never heard of you or heard of your project?
Okay. That is not true.
Okay. So Stephen Hawking's office is lying.
There could be memory problems, there could be a lot of problems.
Well, I know there are memory problems, but that's not Stephen Hawking's memory that
Now,
has a
see, now
problem.
that's a caustic statement, a harassing statement, a vexatious
well, because
statement.
that's not an objection,
See,
sir.
don't
You standing
see,
here,
Don't you see Stephen Hawking probably meets hundreds of people?
sir.
And he doesn't
You
have to remember
making
everybody.
listen. You're here to make objections.
You're here to make snide remarks,
No.
it sounds like.
Only when
That was
you,
an insult to
Only
my
when
client.
you make statements which you shouldn't be making.
No, I should be making.
No. This is
Yes, I
not the
did.
plate. This. Excuse me. Let me just make it
Your-
clear to you.
your statement
Excuse me. I'm
was-
talking.
your
This is
statement
not the
was
time
erroneous.
or place for you to say Stephen Hawking meets hundreds of people, or maybe he forgot about it. This is not the time or place. He's giving testimony. You don't have to explain why his testimony is incredulous or unbelievable or whatever. He gives the testimony, and then the arbitrator sees the testimony. You want to argue with the arbitration?
Improper questioning. You're not to bring him in here to call famous people liars. That's a vexatious
not
question, and I'm going to make my statement and my record. It's vexatious.
Not going to waste any more time with you.
Good.
Do you know Sonny Bono? Did you know Sonny Bono? No. Okay. What about Fran Drescher? You know Fran Drescher?
No.
You don't know Fran Drescher. She was never going to be involved with the documentary, correct?
Fran Drescher?
Yeah.
No.
Okay.
She made remarks on the media. She made several remarks on a couple of publications that she was a big fan of this project, and she
Of
was
this project?
Yeah, Revelations of the Mayans, yes. But I don't even know Fran Drescher myself.
And she wasn't going to be involved in any way in the project.
I was going to reach out to her and thank her for, you know, the support, you know, and the belief, and that she wanted to be involved in the project, you know, in some capacity, you know, welcome, you know.
But you never did.
No, I didn't get to that point.
Okay. She was never going to be an executive producer of the project.
No,
She was never going to provide financing for the project.
no.
You know Forrest Whitaker?
Very well.
Okay. What were your dealings with Forrest Whitaker?
I know the family for almost 18 years.
Was he ever involved with the project?
I asked him a couple of times, and he says, when you get finance and stuff, you know, and let me see the footage, and if you need maybe additional help narrating or whatever, you know, I'll be very interested, because he's obviously, you know, a huge, you know, fan of the Mayan culture. So, yeah, I mean, I know the whole family. He's one of my closest friends.
But he never actually got involved with the project.
No.